Okay, so for this question is about vector lines and collinearity. Okay, so for the lines L1 and L2, these two equations are given to you. Find the position vectors of the points P on L1 and Q on L2 such that OPQ are collinear. Okay, so collinear means that they are going to be a straight line. So now you have this, something like this is point O. Okay, you need to find that this O, this is probably, let's say, P, and this is Q. Okay, so we can say that OP is equals to K times of OQ. Okay, we can let OP equals to K times of OQ. It doesn't matter, it can be OQK times of OP. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. So what happens here is that OP equals to, we combine this because P is on L1, so we combine this. So 0 plus 1S will be S, 1 plus 0, and then 2 plus 3S. Okay, you do not necessarily need to combine them, but I like to combine them into one vector so that it's easier to see. Means in terms of visual, it's easier for the eyes to process. So you'll be less careless and easier to solve the question. Okay, generally, I feel that it's that way. That's why I will always do this. Okay, so we can also let to be more proper, for some S as real number, and you also let OQ equals to minus 2 plus 2t, 3 plus t, and 1 plus 0t, so 1, for some t as real number as well. So we are going to solve for s and t, that's what it means. So since OP equals to KOQ, we are collinear. Okay, we don't need, even if you don't write the let here, it's also okay. Okay, OP equals to KOQ, so therefore S1, and let me just change this again. 1, 2 plus 3S. So this is your OP is equals to K times of minus 2 plus 2T, 3 plus T, and 1. So what happens here is that there are three unknowns, S, T, and K. Okay, but you can compare the X, the Y, and the Z so that you get three equations. So you can solve your three unknowns. Okay, three equations, three unknowns. So this is a simultaneous equation. So your main job is to find S and T so that you can find OP and OQ. Okay, so therefore we get our S equals to minus 2K plus 2KT, equation 1. Okay, maybe I don't expand the K. So I can just do K of minus 2 plus 2T, equation 1. We have 1 equals to K of 3 plus T, equation 2. And we have 2 plus 3S equals to K, equation 3. Okay, so three equations, three unknown. Now, you have no choice because of the multiplication. You have to solve manually. Okay, so what I can do, there are a few things you can do. Okay, since K is already here, you can also just sub it in. Okay, so we can sub 3 into 1. Okay, that's why it's 6 marks. It's quite a fair bit of work you need to do. So we sub it in, we get S equals to, let's see, 2 plus 3S minus 2 plus 2T. Okay, so this is, let this be equation 4. Okay, we can process it later. We can also do, there's also another way you can take 1 divided by 2. Or you can sub 3 into 1. So sub 3 into 2, because we sub into 1 already, so we can sub 3 into 2. Both are okay. Okay, so if we sub 3 into 2, or we can also, because this is an equation in terms of S and T already, I can also take 2 divided by 1. Okay, so if I do this, Or maybe I take 1 divided by 2. Yeah, it'll be a bit better. Okay, you can see that if I take 1 divided by 2, I will also get s. Okay, so I will get s equals to minus 2 plus 2t over 3 plus t. So now that I have s, I can sub this inside. I think it will be simpler. Okay, so sub 5 into 4. You get minus 2 plus 2t over 3 plus t equals 2 plus 3s. So you get 2 plus 3 of 2 plus 3 of minus 2 plus 2t over 3 plus t. This 2 plus 3s minus 2 plus 2t. Okay, so this and this is the same, the numerator. Okay, we can actually cancel out. 1 over 3 plus t equals to, oh, there's a 3 plus t here as well. So 1 over 3 plus t, open bracket, 6 plus 2t minus 6 minus 3 times minus 2 is 6, minus 6 plus 6t. 3 times 2 is 6, so plus 6t. Okay, so again, we can cancel this. This will be 1. So we are left with, okay, the 6 will cancel out as well. So we are left with 8t equals to 1 and t equals to 1 over 8. Okay, so t equals to 1 over 8. S will be equals to minus 2 plus 2 over 8, which is 1 quarter, over 3 plus 1 over 8. I can multiply 8 to the top and bottom. So minus 16 times 2 is minus 16 plus 2 minus 14 over 25. Okay. So now that we have our t, okay, so let's do a quick check whether it is correct. Okay, because up to here the numbers look a bit weird. Okay, it's not impossible for it to be weird at A levels, but we may want to check it sometimes. Okay, so you can actually sub back in to check. So what happens is that we can actually sub into equation 3, then we sub back into equation 2 and equation 1 to check one by one whether the answer is correct. Okay, so this is now a side working that you don't need to show during exams, but it's just more of a side working. Okay, it's not impossible to be wrong. Okay, anybody can be careless. So let's say we go and we try to do a sub working. Okay, so for number 3, we will get 2 plus 3s equals to k. So k equals to 2 plus 3s. Okay, let me just use the GC. 2 plus 3 of negative 14 divided by 25. You get 0.32. Okay, so we know that S is 14 divided by 20, negative 14 divided by 25. So I will just do in decimals, which is a bit easier, negative 0.56. And we know that T is 0.125. So let's check on equation 1. Okay, S equals to minus 2, K times minus 2 plus 2T. So we know the left side is going to be S, so K times minus 2 plus 2T. Okay, this is for equation 1. Let's check whether we get negative 0.56. So inside here we get 0.32 multiplied by 2 minus 2 plus 2T. So minus 2 plus 2 times 0.125. So I get negative 1.75. I multiply by 0.32. I will get negative 0.56, which is S. So, okay, so this is correct. So for number 1 is correct. Okay, so number 2. Okay, this one is from 3. So you can see that I'm checking each of the equation. Okay, we don't want to waste our effort in the exams. All this you can do pretty quickly with the GC. Okay, so K times 3 plus T, it must get 1. So K times 3 plus T equals to 0.32. 3 plus T, 3.125. Okay, so 3.125 multiplied by 0.32. I hope I get 1. Yes, I get 1. Okay, so for equation 1, 2, and 3, everything is correct and in order now. So this is our T and this is our S. So now we can actually go back and find our OP and OQ. That's what we want. Okay, so we have established that all these three is correct. Now the only thing that could make you wrong when we check for careless mistake is that the equations are wrong. But if the equations are correct, everything is correct already. So if in case you are wrong, you'll just probably need to check from the first part to this part. Okay, so these are all the checking things. Okay, so find P and Q. So S1 plus and 2 plus 3S. Okay, so we already have 2 plus 3S, which is 0.32. Okay, therefore, let's change back to blue. OP equals, okay, what do I have again? S1 and 2 plus 3S. So S1, 2 plus 3S, I will get S as negative 0.56. Okay, I think I will just leave it as the decimal. 1 and 0.32. That's the OP. OQ equals, OQ we get minus 2 plus 2T, 3 plus T, and 1. So minus 2 plus 2T, 3 plus T, and 1. Okay, minus 2 plus 2T. We actually have it here already. So it's actually negative 1.75. 3 plus T, which is 3.125. And last one is 1. Okay, so this is your OQ and OP. Again, check whether this one is a multiple of the other to know that whether they are collinear. That's the final check that you can probably make. Okay, just take negative 1.75 divided by 0.56. Okay, so that maybe I'll just write down how you could check here. So you could probably check like negative 1.75 divided by negative 0.56. All this you can just do with your calculator. So you don't really need to like waste the time to write down or anything. Okay, so you'll probably do it faster than me because I need to write down. Okay, so I will get actually 3.125, which makes sense because the second one divided by 1 will also be 3.125. And 1 divided by 0.32 will also give you 3.125. Okay, so because of that, we know that your answer should be correct.